Okay, so let me tell you, this was the last party I was gonna ever have, and I really thought that Iran was not gonna work, or maybe it was because this last party, and there was a trick up my sleeve. So listen, I had the first party. It was okay. We actually the first 2 or 3 parties there was in the midst of Corona, and we couldn't have it because there was like, yeah, no one was coming. Girls were like giving excuses like, oh yeah, this fucking Corona. My parents don't let me. My parents died or something. They were in a car accident, so I have to be there for them. They're in the hospital. They're here. They're there. But it doesn't matter, right? So, anyways, um, we throw the first party after a few times, and it didn't work. But the first time it didn't work, but then it worked. Then we brought like what, like 7, 8 girls, and the first party no one was coming, and we texted. Let me tell you, I've gotten maybe over 300 numbers and what is it called, like Instagram accounts from girls when I was in Kurosh, which is a mall like over maybe a mile or two from my place, and like I was actually thinking like this is gonna work just like the Western world, like you get the numbers and you invite them over, so they're gonna have a bunch of fun, and it doesn't work like that. Yeah, so anyways, after a bunch of getting basically shit on by girls, we finally threw the first party, and we were so happy. Arya was here, Cheyenne was here. We're banging it. There were like some hot girls. Cheyenne brought a very hot girl, and he want look. We wanted to all give these people like a secure feeling, so we didn't want to touch them too much or like be too sexy with them. Um, anyways, yeah. So we threw the second party, and at the first party, I was supposed to bring like 2 girls, and there was this guy called Mamad Reza, and he brought like 3. So we were like, oh, fucking cool guy. He brought like 4 girls, and then at the last moment, after I put the stories and stuff, one of my like childhood friends, she brought like 8 girls over, and we thought that it would be better to make it like a ticket party, so when girls pay, they're gonna come, so they're invested into this. That was the theory. So I told her, yeah, you can like pay, and this is the party, and blah blah. And they paid like for 8 people, and they paid like I don't remember 200 toman, which is probably like fuck what, like $6, and all the cost was on us, like me and Cheyenne. Um, it's basically us, anyways, right now. But yeah. So, anyways, we throw the second party, and my group comes again. That like those 8 girls, they come. They're like 5 girls now, and we have fun. The second time is so much better. We put numbers on the fucking cups, so people don't lose their plastic cups. And we had like a table with kalyan or shisha. Then we had food. I think the second time around, we had some finger food, so they ate. They were happy. And then after a month or a month and a half, we thought we should do a third party. And then we tried, and then it got canceled because no one came. And imagine, before every party, there's like a week of us like putting stories and messaging them and trying so hard, and no one came. But for the fourth time, and you can imagine, like I'm here for a year now in Iran. I'm not gonna be here for much longer, but and I can tell you why. But yeah, um, so we throw the fourth party, and I tell Cheyenne, look, this is not working. These girls don't come to parties. There's so many problems. They don't want to do it, and they don't want to this, and they don't want that. So one day I was coming back from the gym, and the weather's nice. And on the way back from the gym, there's like 15 minutes walk, and it's up the mountain or the hill. So I'm coming back downhill, and I just call Cheyenne just like usual. I'm like, yeah, dude, it's not working. Like, everything's shit. We're gonna throw the last party, and imagine the last party was we were gonna throw it differently because we knew people weren't gonna come like usual. And so we did something like all the time that year that I've been going to Kurosh, this mall, and meeting people. There was one girl that came, and I know she has a lot of friends and contacts. So I told her come and bring girls over. She was like, "No, what the fuck? What do you think, Adrian? I can't bring anyone over." So I told her, "Look, this is we're gonna throw it as if it's your party." And she was like, "Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, let's do it this week." I was like, "What, this week?" She was like, "Yeah, let's do it." I was like, "Holy shit! I might have found the fucking key to all of these problems, right?" And then I tell her, "Look, no, don't bring too many guys. Don't bring too many guys." I probably repeated that like 4 times. And so, anyways, so the party was locked in, and I was like, "Oh, I don't know if this party is good. I'm gonna stay here. Like maybe Iran is the place to stay, you know." And I was so excited, but at the same time, I was so sad because I, in my mind, this is not working. This place is not nothing like the virginity problems. Like if you take a virginity of someone and they wanna fuck you over, they can make you pay like $10,000, and you get lashes by the government. um, and that's the reason many of them are still virgins. They want to marry. They are very very like orthodox in that way, like a old school, not the Christian orthodox. So what we did, so yeah, anyways, we're at this point where I'm having our sixth party, and I'm like telling Cheyenne like, look, if this party is good, I don't know if I should be happy that it's good or be sad that it's good. I don't know. Like it's because I'm already making my mind up about going to Georgia and to other countries where I can build my business, and I have access to better internet, etc., etc. Um, so I'm already invested into that. I've looked at videos. I've looked at many different things. And I also like read this guy's book, which is called Nomad Capitalist, and I gave that to Pavel, my friend, which he started recently reading that. And yeah, by reading that book, I thought my mind opened up. Really, it did, because imagine I thought like you need to live in one place, work in one place, have fun in one place, and everything was like that. And I'm a very traveling kind of person, so it's weird coming from me. But when I read this book, I was like, holy shit, you don't need to work in the same place. You don't need to be in the same, like, you can go to hospital in a country, you can go have fun in a country where they treat you really well as a sexual being, a human, Uh, I would say somewhere like Thailand, they would probably treat you well. The weather will treat you well. The work will probably not be so good. So you need to find countries which is good for work. United States is probably the best country to start a company. I mean, it depends, right? But for having banking, you probably don't want to be in Dubai or Singapore. So that's the book, right? The book is explaining like you don't need to be in the same place, and even if you have a family, you can be in different places, right? So I'm so disappointed with Iran. So I wanted like go all the way to the other side. So I want to just leave, just do my thing, and my business is doing okay, and I'm investing more into that. So I want to have access to worldwide banking and yeah, everything else, because Iran is not connected. So there's so many issues with bringing money over or paying my employees, which are outside of Iran. But that's not the issue. Anyways. So you can understand the party is coming soon, but I'm kind of like in between. Do I want this to be good or do I not want this to? So I'm talking to Cheyenne and he's like, no, dude, go to Georgia. It's better for your work. Don't risk it here. Like if you risk your future here. So yeah, anyways. So on the way that I'm coming from the gym and I'm talking to Cheyenne, I see this beautiful skinny girl, right? And I love skinny girls. And I'm like seeing her and I'm like, should I go or should I? I'm like, fuck it. What's gonna happen? I should probably go. I did this a lot before, but this time I went like I did it anyways because I was like, oh well, I'm gonna leave soon anyways. What do I have to lose? So I go in front of her and I'm telling Cheyenne, dude, wait a sec. I'm gonna come back to you very soon. So I don't hang up, but I tell her, yo, what's up? Wait, don't be scared. And where are you from? I see that beautiful fire in your eyes, and I I really did. She was really beautiful. So she was kind of scared, like, what the fuck? Why are you talking to me and like this? And then after I talk a bit, she tells me, I'm going this way. if you're coming, come with me this way. Because I asked her like, where are you going? Like she was like, I'm going this way. If you want to come, come this way. I was like, what the fuck? That's such a great signal. Like no girl would say that, right? And so we started walking. I got her Instagram. I was almost walking into a fucking tree, and I was so stunned, like that she didn't tell me. I guess she was kind of stressed too in the situation. So I told her, "What the fuck? You want me to die? Like, just tell me. Like, what the fuck? There's a tree in front of me." And right after that, she had like these beautiful heels that she was walking on. And in Iran, I don't know for some reason, girls do their nails all the time. I guess that's everywhere, but yeah, here there's so many makeups, there's so many plastic surgeries, which is the point I'm gonna come to after later on. But anyways, so Cheyenne heard half of the conversation, like actually live, like how to how I'm picking this girl up, and I get her number, and she almost falls a few times, but she's like very open, and I'm so weirded out in a way that she's so open to talking and to like just meeting a new person, right? Anyways, let me drink some water. So I get her number and I'm so excited. I'm like, dude, Cheyenne, I got this girl's number, and on the way I told her like, where are you from? And she was like, Tehran Pars, which is like the east of Tehran, like the all the way to the east. And Tehran is a big city. It's like 11 million people live here. So east and west, you have an hour and a half of driving to get from this side to that side. But she just recently like I found out later that she moved here like 3 weeks ago. Uh, so I guess she had that kind of mindset of like exploring this new area and meeting new people because she lived in the other side of Tehran for all her life, basically. Anyways, so yeah, I told her like, yeah, from east of Tehran they party a lot. She was like, yeah, they go to psychos. I was like, fuck that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like psycho. And psycho is this like kind of party where, in Iran where you go to that place where everyone's basically like a zombie. So I would say a trance party. You know, like yeah, I think it's called trance. You transcend fucking with drugs. You become a zombie and you just stay in front of the DJ. So she was like, "Yeah, they do that." I was like, "Fuck that." So then she said, "Oh, do you believe me if I tell you like I've drunk like 5 times I drank in my life?" I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, we might have a party soon here." So I just hinted at that at Thursday, and Thursday is Iran's Friday. So Friday is Iran's Saturday, right? So what I mean is the weekend. The weekend is only one day, and that's Friday. And Thursday is the day before the weekend. Okay, which is weird probably if you're European and listening to this, where you have like Saturday and Sunday, which is like day off. Here is only Friday, and Thursday is the day before that. So I told her, yeah, Thursday we're having a party. Um, but I didn't like focus on that, and but because I was thinking, oh, I should like take this girl to a cafe and get her comfortable, and so all that stuff, all that jazz. Because here it's not very usual to party, and it's not usual to ask someone you don't know to come to your party. We did it anyways for the first and second party, but anyways, this wasn't the point this time. Um, so yeah, I go home. I'm so excited, but I'm at the same time I'm like, fuck it, dude. Even if it doesn't work, and I didn't want it to cool her off, so I didn't want to like message her in like 3 days. I literally kept the heat, and I told her, yo, um, the day after I told her, let's meet up, and that was like that was a Wednesday or something, or Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday, and then she canceled, and I was like, "Fuck, what do I do?" And when she canceled, she was like, "Okay, tomorrow I'm available." I was like, "Okay." She gave me an alternative. That's a good sign. And then tomorrow, I text her. She cancels again. I'm like, "Fuck, dude." So fucking thing. And when she canceled, I kind of went to the gym, and the gym here is the place where I meet people because from the morning to the late night, I'm just at home sitting in front of the computer and just working. So I go to the gym. I'm like, what did I do wrong? Please help me. And I always have said this for the last year, trying to find guys who actually know how it works here. But then I found out guys don't know how it works here. They just know some things. But Yeah, they're not very good at it. So yeah, I go to the gym. I'm like, what did I do wrong? And some guys said some good points. They were like, yo, in Iran, it's basically like LA. You gotta pick her up. And I guess that's not LA, but Iran is even more LA. Like Tehran, it's such a like having a car is a needed thing here. It's just usual. You have a car. Like guys have a car. They go pick the girl up, and then they go to the date, and then they drop her off at her place. And some guy told me like before because when she asked me like where should we go, I didn't give her an answer. I told her, yeah, we're just gonna meet up. You're like one. Oh yeah, she was one street above me. Like she lives literally one street above me. So I was like, yeah, we're gonna meet up and then we'll decide. But that's such a bad thing to say to a girl because they don't like this. We'll see. They don't like uncertainty. They hate that. So I was like, yeah, dude, fuck. I know so much about everything, social life, but I guess I make so many mistakes anyways. So some guys told me, yeah, you should have told her, I'm gonna pick you up. And I was like, I don't have a car. He was like, well, that's a problem because they expect to be picked up. And then it clicked in my brain like holy shit, like your date starts in the car when you pick her up because here they feel safe. Like if you pick her up with an Uber, she's not gonna be comfortable. I think someone said that in the gym. I was like, holy shit, dude, that's so nice. That's so right. Like without a car, you can't control the experience before you arrive at the date. And why should the date start when you're ordering cafe or coffee? And that's so true. Anyways, um, so yeah, that clicked in my mind. I was like, "Fuck! I lost this girl. This is so bullshit." So I come home. I'm so angry at everything, and because she canceled 2 times, I wasn't gonna text her Thursday to come to the party because I was like, "Well, if she hasn't come there, she's not gonna come to the party, right?" Then, anyways, now we're at Thursday, right? Thursday. She's canceled Tuesday and Wednesday's dates, and I like this girl. She was beautiful. And I was like, okay, fuck it. What am I gonna do, right? So Thursday comes, and the night before, I was at a family party Wednesday, and the family party was like, oh, it was a family party, like a Persian family party. If you want to search that, like search how a Persian party is on YouTube, it's like people sitting around. It's like a conference room. Fucking, there's chairs everywhere, like line by line, people just sitting around the fucking place. It's so weird. And then they come up, they dance, and there's some DJ with some like yeah, dombak or whatever they call it in Persian, like drums. I don't know what it's called. Drums, yeah, drums. Some drums, Persian drums. Anyway, we were there. There were no girls there, and then there's this girl that works for my dad. And then I told her like bring some friends or come alone if it doesn't work. Anyways, she came. She came to the party eventually. I didn't like her. She likes me though, because she likes the status of my family or something. I don't know. Girls like status, so but I don't like her. I don't like anything that's connected to my family. So at that night, I tell Shalayan, Shayan, dude, um, you need to order this stuff. And I recently found out that in Iran you can order online and you can basically get everything super cheap, and they bring it to you like the next hour for free, which is crazy. Like, and this girl that, oh yeah, so instead of inviting everyone myself, I told this girl, Masa, I told her, uh, it's your party, invite your girls. And she was like, okay, cool. And she told me, like, yeah, I'm going to bring over 12 girls and 6 guys. I was like, okay, cool. I'm going to bring 2 extra guys. So there's a match there. Um, and she told me, yeah, they want to have energy drinks. We need to have like a bar in the middle of the thing. So we fixed that. And then yeah, so I was thinking about the energy drinks, and I thought like, yeah, if I order online, we were probably gonna get better prices. Like instead of paying $1 for an energy drink, we paid like I paid half a dollar through the online like grocery app, which is Snap in Iran. So yeah, I told Cheyenne, look, this is the list. You need to buy this stuff and go to Snap and buy everything. And he was like, yeah, okay, cool. So imagine while all of this is happening, my book is getting released. My new book, which I've been working for 7 months and I've invested several thousands of dollars into that. And I've prepared everything the last night, like when it should go live, and getting the reviews and marketing and everything is getting fixed. And now it's literally the 15th day before it gets released. So I need to give it to as many people as possible. So I make the Facebook post, I'm giving it to my people, and I'm like so excited. And then, yeah, I do this on like the night before, and then I realize the next day it's not working, and I'm so fucking stressed. Like literally, my heart is like, what am I gonna do? I paid $20 for this service to give my book out, and now no one can download it. So I'm literally fucked up, stressed. And this girl canceled 2 days on me, and I think I lost her, and I don't have any chance, and I don't know who's gonna come to this party. So I'm so mad at everything. Everything feels so fucking sad. I don't know. So it's next day. I also need to send out emails to all of my email list to download this book, right? Um, it's so crazy. Uh, oh, shit. Oh, I'm so tired. This girl, there was a girl. Um, anyways, yeah. Um, where was I? I don't remember where I was. So we're having the party. Oh yeah, the book launch, and that's all of my livelihood, right? If it goes bad, everything's gonna get messed up, and people are not gonna trust me anymore with the free books that I give them for the reviews. So I tell Cheyenne I'm stressed as fuck, and he comes over. I'm like, dude, I'm stressed, and he's like, don't be stressed. We're gonna have a good party, dude. If you're stressed out, go jack off. And I, that's what we usually do when we're stressed out, because yeah, that's what you should do as a guy. When that thing is full, it's like a fucking poison for your brain. Stresses you out, doesn't let you think. Um, I'm so stressed I can't even jack off. So I go to the room, I try the best I can to do it, and then yeah, before he comes, I tell him, "Yo, what's up? Did you order?" When he was like, "No, weren't you gonna order?" I was like, "Dude, this was the only thing you needed to do." So I fucking tell him, don't worry, fucking don't worry. Just go buy the other things. And I go and I order and I get okay. So now I need to set up the emails. And imagine to set up the emails, you need to import all your contacts into a program, and I use Sendinblue or something. And I need to like plan it. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna write a simple email. And imagine like in 4 hours, the stuff are coming. We need to prepare, and we need to like start like preparing for the party, for everything. We need to restructure the house, prepare everything, whatever. There's so much to do, and I'm so stressed. And now, holy fucking shit, the guy comes with the food, right, with the groceries, and he's calling me like, "Yo, please open the door." I'm like, "Okay, is it open?" He's like, "No." I'm like clicking the fucking thing on the door to open the door, like downstairs, and it doesn't open. So I plan my email, so I'm kind of relaxed, but I know the service is not working still. So I'm trying to find a new service which does that for me. So my brain doesn't work anymore. Um, so I try to open it again, and now I understand it doesn't fucking work. The thing that worked all week long, all year long that I've been here, it doesn't work anymore. And tonight we're having a party, and there's gonna be 30, 40 people coming up, and I can't click that thing. So I need to go up and down and up and down. This stress level, imagine stress level fucking through the roof, and I haven't jacked off yet. And Cheyenne's not here, and the food's not here, and the food just came here, but the door's not working. So I go down and I see the door's not working. There's a guy literally downstairs. There's this like teenager boy who's always in the parking lot and working with cars, tinkering around with the motors and uh, the the inside parts. He's with his granddad because his father passed away. Also, yeah, I called my neighbor downstairs because in Iran you're not allowed to have parties. I called him. I was like, "Are you okay with this party?" He was like, "Yeah, sure. Just don't make too much like noise, jumping up and down." I was like, "Dude, I'm gonna have a control over that. Okay, don't worry." So I told girls like, don't wear high heels. Um, yeah. So I go down, and the door's not working, and I have so much to do and so much stress. So I get this guy. I'm like, yo, the fucking door doesn't work. What should we do? Should we call someone? Should we? And he comes over. He's like, no, we'll fix it. And Iranians, they want to fix everything themselves. I guess that's because of the economy. It was like, yeah, if we call someone over, they're gonna get paid $10 for nothing. We can fix it ourselves. So they sat there for 2 hours with his grandson, and guess what? I was up there clicking the thing so they can test if it works, and it took more than 2 hours. And while everything is happening, I'm trying to like control myself. And now Cheyenne comes over. And I'm like, dude, I was so stressed. You're not here. What the fuck? And dude, imagine the energy level. I'm like, what the fuck's happening? What the fuck is like going on? You're not here. Everything's late. He's like, dude, don't stress. And he's getting stressed now. He's like, go jack off now, now. It's so stressing. The situation is fucked up. And you can imagine, I'm so tired now. So I'm trying to tell the story. So, anyways, the door gets fixed. I'm like, why does everything that has to go wrong goes wrong today, right? The day of the party, the door doesn't work. You haven't ordered the food. People are not coming. Many of our girls that I wanted to invite, everyone said no. And then imagine like 2 hours before it works, the party is going on, right? 2 hours before the party starts, I I I get a message. Guess from who? From the girl that I liked a lot, and she literally says, "Weren't you going somewhere on Thursday, which is tonight?" And I was like, "Cheyenne, what the fuck is this?" Like, she remembered that I told her about the party on Thursday, and I literally told her, like, told Cheyenne, "What the fuck should I say to her?" He's like, "I don't know." So I tell her, "Call me." I literally send her a voice message to call me, and then she calls me, and I'm like, "Yeah, so we're having a party. You can come over. It's at my place." And she's like, "Oh, let's see." I was like, "Yeah, just come over. Even if you can't bring your friends, come over, but try to bring some friends." And then she comes over, or she says, "I'm gonna come over." And I'm so happy now. I'm like, "Holy shit, this girl's gonna come over!" But holy shit, like, imagine if no one comes, and this is gonna be such a big party. Like, no one's gonna like it. Uh, yeah. So she calls me, and then I send her the location. She sees like it's one fucking street below her. So she's like, "Oh, you're so close." I'm like, "Yeah, don't lose yourself on the way." And she laughed, and I was like, "Holy shit, maybe she comes over." Um, Now one of my friends come. I tell him like, "You take care of the shisha, Kalyan, and Cheyenne, you're gonna be the DJ. I'm setting up the table." Stress levels are still high. I jacked up, so I'm just a little chiller. Um, Imagine who's the first guest? My fucking girl, the girl that I don't want as my first guest. I told her to come earlier, and I told her you're gonna like prepare things with me just as a cocky thing. But I would like her to help too. Like, that's cool. If a girl helps you with stuff, that means she's wifey. um, Not just coming and using like everyone else. Coming and providing some help. Anyways, so she comes. Now I'm with two guys and her, and then it's so fun recording this. It's so fun. Holy shit. Um, I'm just reading my notes here. Yeah. So I just made the decision that this is my last party. But now this girl's coming, and I think so many more people are coming. So I'm like, is it the last party? I guess it was. Um, just gonna put this behind me. Holy shit! What the fuck happened? Uh, okay. Oh, that's better. So yeah, imagine another thing, another emotion. Let me tell you about this emotion. I really didn't want to leave Iran before I got laid here, because imagine, like, I've gotten laid in so many countries, and I'm not from those countries, but I am from Iran. Or if, after reading the Nomad Capitalist, I don't feel like the countries exist anymore. They don't. They're just lines that humans draw over mountains and over rivers and over. So, anyways, um, so I didn't. I feel like I'm not worth it because I come to Iran and I can't get the girl that I like in this country where supposedly it was supposed to be easier because there's less money, there's less top choice guys, which is totally wrong. There's so many rich people here. in Iranian standards. Um, yeah, so I come to this country and I can't get the girls that I really like. So I'm like, am I really worth it? I couldn't. I did it in Sweden too, but anyways, I can't do it in my own country where I have so much. I have like an apartment here. Most guys my age, they live with their parents till they're 30 because houses are so expensive here. So I'm like so feeling so worthless inside. And now the last part is happening, so I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm worthless. I couldn't do it. Maybe sometimes you need to go to blue waters where there's not so many sharks, and here there's so many sharks because there's no access to girls. The market is so much in favor of girls here, which is the opposite of what I thought. I thought like all the cool guys are going out of Iran, which is happening, but still, because access here is so low because of the Islamic stuff, the the ugly girls get more guys here, which is crazy. Anyways, kind of like Sweden, but in a totally different way. Um, yeah, you can't have sex with someone you aren't married with legally, and if someone's a virgin, they have to have their parents' approval. Or there's so much bullshit. You have no idea. And parties are not allowed. Alcohol is not allowed. Nothing's allowed. So yeah. Anyways, this girl comes over, so I'm getting more stressed. Like, what if this works? If this works, I don't know. Should I stay? Should I not stay? So fucking crazy. Uh, and then the first two people come, like half an hour later, and there's this super hot girl with this guy that picked up Shayan's girl like last time. So I'm telling Shayan, this is for you. He brought her for you. But then after a while, we found out that the girl likes that guy so much that he can't do anything. And even if Shayan wanted to, he couldn't take that girl. Um, so yeah, after that, what happened? So yeah, people start dropping in after an hour, and then after an hour, we start seeing like big gangs. Like there's four girls and two guys, five guys, three girls. So it's getting started getting to filled up, right? And we take the first shots together, everyone. And yeah, and I don't drink much, anyways. But I took with the people, with our people. Um, so yeah, then my girls kind of giving the signals, but I don't know where this is going. And in the last parties, we didn't do anything with our girls because we were like we wanted them to feel safe. Um, so yeah, the party is getting filled up. So I'm feeling better, and people are dropping in. That girl from yesterday and one of my guy friends, he came to the party and gave me the flower. I guess that's something you do in Iran, where you go to someone's place, you have to give a gift if you go there for the first time, like some sweets or some flower. So he came with the girl and the girl that likes me, and they came together. I was like, holy shit, they're together. Turns out they're not. But yeah, they came with flowers, and this guy he starts like hugging me. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? What's happening? He kisses me on the cheek, which is normal here. But he does it in a weird way. He's like, I love you, man. I was like, dude, what the fuck? Why did you bring me a flower? You should bring me girls. I was like, yeah. Anyways, so the party's filled up, everything's going okay. People are taking shots, and then there's there's not enough alcohol. Um, and my girl's here. She canceled 2 dates on me, so I was so sad, and it was never gonna work out. Then this crazy thing happens. She takes me out of the blue. She's here. Um, yeah, crazy. Um, yeah, so we're at the party, and then I guess my downstairs neighbor he called me like 3 times, and I didn't hear it. And then I saw it. Then I called him. He was like, "What the fuck's happening, bro? My roof is coming down. We're in an apartment, right? Um, can you make them like go slower? Make them like not jump as much?" Um, so I tell people don't jump, in the party, and we start taking stories. And my friend's so drunk, he's taking the kebab, the kebab shashlik. What is it called? The things that you skewers. I think that's what you call them, the skewers. And he's like, I'm so drunk, I can't do it. And I'm like, dude, I'm gonna teach you. You need. Everyone has a position in the party. Like someone's the barman, someone's the DJ, someone's the security guy, someone's the shisha guy to put the coal on top so it burns at the right time, the right way. And so you have to make the kebabs. He's like, no, I'm so drunk. And this guy, imagine, we've asked him to come out with us and have some balls to talk to girls. We've talked to like over 1,500 girls. And that was the saddest part because we've talked to so many girls in Iran and so many of them don't come to parties. Parties. So I was like, it doesn't work here. And I'm probably right. It doesn't work without a car, without like putting a lot of effort into it. And I don't know if that effort is worth it. Um, for the abundance we want to have for ourselves. Like everyone having fun and yeah. Anyways, so this guy he's taking the skewers and like, oh, who wants kebabs? And almost like poking people in the eye. Shine's like, dude, just put that down. He's like, don't worry. He brings the fucking skewer up, almost like poking Shine. He's so drunk. I told him, don't drink, man. Don't drink. Like you need to be with us in the party. Yeah. My other friend, he's so horny. He's like, "Yo, I need to pick some girl up." I'm like, "Dude, chill. This is not the place." Um, it is the place. I told him like, "Chill. Like you can do it, but you don't need to stress about it." Then, yeah, my neighbor calls again, and then he's like, "Yo, dude, just tell him to stop already. It's so fucking loud." And I'm like, "Dude, okay, no problem. I'm gonna go up." And he's like, "No, no, no." And imagine, have you seen these guys like when they like start slow and then they start to make themselves more aggressive and more aggressive as they continue to talk to you. So I was like, dude, I'm gonna make them slow down and I'm gonna turn down the music. So as I'm telling him that, he's like, no, but you don't understand. My children are going to their room because they're so scared that the roof is gonna fall. I'm like, dude, chill. Yeah, yeah, I get you. You're right. I'm gonna make it lower, and I was sincerely gonna do that. What happens then? Oh yeah. So then I tell him, yeah, I'm gonna do that. He's like, no, but this doesn't work. If you're gonna have this one more time, like this is gonna happen. We can't sleep. We're also people. He's saying so much bullshit. Um, yeah, and he's right. Like, there's some foot noise. If someone's dancing above you in the floor above, and there's no like carpet, and they're wearing shoes. Then he says, yeah, actually, I don't want this stuff anymore here. I'm like, okay, no problem. I didn't tell him that it was my plan to have the last party. That was the last party. So I'm like, okay, dude, no problem. No more parties. And I guess I said it in a way he thought I'm lying. He was like, no, no, but you don't understand. I don't think you should have parties anymore. And I'm not gonna say it in a nice way next time. I'm gonna come with the law. And that literally means the worst thing in Iran. Because if the police comes, it's not that easy, but if the police comes and sees all this, you're in a big mess. So I'm like, okay, dude, okay, we're never gonna have a party again. Don't worry. And he's like, yeah, okay. And then he hangs up the phone, and I'm like, dude, Cheyenne, this guy just called me, and and Cheyenne's totally messed up right now because as the party went on, there were so many guys coming in, and yeah, holy shit, there was so many guys coming in, and I literally went to see the kebabs, how they're doing, like how my friend is like cooking the kebab, and then I come back, I see there's so many new guys. I'm like, dude, I'm Adrian. What's up? And yeah, and like all the time, this happens in every country in the clubs where there's too many guys. The guys start fucking rounding up around the edges and just looking at the girls, the few girls that are there. And my girls, like, let me tell you, my girl was super cool in the party. She took some shots and she was dancing with me. She was kind of showing off to everyone else, like what she had, her body, let's say. But I was cool with that. I just, I guess if she would have danced with someone else, I would have been kind of mad. But I told Cheyenne, look, if anyone dances with her, it's you. Don't let anyone else dance with her. Um, so yeah, I was kind of cool with my girl. I took her to the room sometimes, and I wanted to kind of kiss her, but she didn't kiss me. So I was like, okay, cool. Um, and she had this like super red thing, which I didn't want to get on me, not yet. um, so yeah, we come back, we go in, and everything's going on. Now it's late. I'm like, dude, this is a sausage party. We need to get rid of it. Cheyenne's like, right. Then we start to like bring the music down and then tell everyone, yeah, if you guys want to get the Uber, Snap, start getting it now. And I literally start to clean up, and some of my friends are like, don't clean up yet, bro. I'm like, dude, clean up. These guys are literally coming here alone, and and then yeah, and then I clean up so to tell them like, dude, get out. Either clean up with us or get out. So everyone's going, and my girl's kind of staying with me, and I cannot tell her, yeah, you need to clean up with me, so she understands she needs to stay a bit longer. um, yeah. So everyone's gone now. There's Cheyenne and a few guys, and I'm telling Cheyenne, I think she wants to stay. So get out and come tomorrow. We're cleaning up tomorrow. So she stays. And imagine, I've been in Iran for like a year and I haven't gotten late. Not with the kind of girl I want. Once I did, but not at all. And then at the other times there were versions that didn't work out. They canceled. So much bullshit to deal with here. So I was completely hopeless, completely sad, completely destroyed, and my ego was like zero because in my country I couldn't do what I wanted. So yeah. So they went, and I had a blast with this girl. I sent her to the shower. We both showered. Oh my god, it was a blast. Holy shit. She wasn't a virgin, and she was fun. She was beautiful. She was exactly the type I like. Beautiful, skinny, perfect. And for Iran, she was not a virgin. That was like extra. And we actually had fun together. She was having so much fun. She was like, "Oh my god, I wish I could have stayed the night, but my dad is awaiting me." So I started walking with her like at 1 o'clock to her place. 1:30 as we were leaving after we were done. And yeah, super cool. Let me show you. On the way, I was so happy because I literally got laid after a year. Like I had morning wood, if you know what that is. If you don't know, search it. I had morning wood for the last 4, 5, 6 months, and I couldn't sleep. I had no desire to sleep. I was so sad, and yeah, I had the needs, so I need to. My morning wood was like strong every day, and I couldn't like sleep good in the mornings. So I totally went nuts. The next day when I woke up, I didn't have the morning wood. I was like, so, yes, finally. And I finally got the girl that I wanted from the country that I wanted. I was like so happy. And this girl's like a Lur is like Kurdish, but it's close to Kurdish, but it's another like how do you say folk. There are different folks in Iran, like Lurs, Kurds, Azeris, Turks, Arabs, even Pars, Persians. They're also like one type of people. I don't know if you call them nationality, I guess, or race. Not race, really, but yeah, nationalities probably. Groups of people. Yeah, so that was the next day, and I thought back. I was like, "Holy shit!" I got rejected by over 1,400 girls. I counted that, and it was probably over that, but in Iran. And I was like, "Holy shit! This was the gift. I take it. This was the price, and the price to pay for all this was all of that for a year. Holy shit!" And so much stress, and every party getting basically rejected by everyone. They're like, "Oh, I don't know if we come." And at the last day, everyone's saying, "We'll come." I hated it so much. So yeah, and then I talked to Cheyenne. Crazy, crazy. Yeah. Anyways, so now it's like a few days after the party. I've been meeting the girl like the day after and some days after again. Um, and then I realized, yeah, right. Girls in Iran, they have so much surgery. So I don't have any old pictures of her. I don't know if I want to see them. It doesn't matter. I'm not gonna have children with her anyways, so it doesn't matter that she was beautiful or not. But it kind of turned me off because I know for a fact that girls in Iran they do so much surgery. It turns me off because I want natural. Um, who doesn't? But yeah, um, kind of makes me happy to go to Georgia because I know it's gonna be like a mix between Russian and Persian girls, and Persian Russian girls super hot. Um, so and I know they don't do like nose, lip, fucking jaw surgery and fucking whatever ass surgeries. I saw so many ass surgeries in LA. It was crazy. Breast implants, I guess that's more normal. But yeah, I don't want to see that. I want to go to somewhere pure in this sense, and somewhere where I'm free. Like here, I have to always stress out about like, oh, about my business. If it goes wrong, if someone like does something, you know, from overseas, and I'm here and I can't do anything, I can't react. My internet speed is kind of slow. I'm with my family here. By the way, Iran is the best place for the base, like for living, best food, best weather, best girls, but everything. It has everything. Economic potential to the roof. You can go if you have a girlfriend. You can go to North Iran where the weather is like super nice. It's like fucking Hawaii. It's like it's humid and but it's not hot right now. But at summer it gets super hot and it's humid. Um, and then you can go a little further down Iran. You have a fucking desert, super hot desert, um, where you can see camels and shit. Drink camel milk and go to Dubai. And actually, Iran is just over Dubai, so the weather in southern Iran is exactly like Dubai. Then you go to eastern Iran, close to Afghanistan. You have the best fruits. You kind of do to the west of Iran too, where you have the Kurdistan province, the Azerbaijan provinces. You have so many good fruits, so many good mountains, beautiful sights. Yeah, so basically, you have a four-season country every season. You have ski resorts like these in Shemshak, close to Tehran, maybe an hour up drive away. Super good. I hope I get to go to them this year before I leave to Georgia. And yeah, so anyways, I know that here is not the place to like throw the best parties. And I know that girls do surgery and there's so many problems, and I just don't think it's worth it for me right now. I probably will come back here in the future with more access to resources such as cars and a penthouse where I can like probably put the the gym stuff. I thought about this like when my neighbor called and was like, "Yeah, there's so much noise." I'm gonna fucking buy those gym stuff where if you drop a weight on them, it doesn't happen. Anything, nothing happens. The noise gets canceled. So I'm gonna buy those plastic things, like thick ones, and put them on the floor if I come back to Iran. No one's gonna know there's a party here. But yeah, so many problems here and so much risk. Like for throwing the party, there's so much risk. Like imagine you have so much stress, the police will come, even though you were partying at like 10 p.m. So yeah, and then the surgery stuff, the problems with girls in Iran, they're so like they just care about kind of your car. That's what everyone says, but I think it's deeper. The Instagram for Iran and the bad economic situation has made it so that girls literally they will give pleasure in return for cash rewards, which is crazy. I think the world's gonna go towards this as the world becomes more unequal. But anyways, that's how it works here, and I don't like it. Like you have to give gifts to have fun with someone because there's no fun culture. Imagine girls grow up with their families and they see their families' friends all the time, and they don't go to places they don't know. They don't have fun in those new places. So maybe 1% of girls go to parties, and that was our experience. Like the girls that came over, they were the not the girly girls. They were the outgoing, super cool guy, risk-taking girls. So yeah, I don't think it's gonna work here. After inviting so many girls and I seeing the excuses, they're like, "Oh, we don't know you. We don't." But the girls that know us, they don't come. They're like, "Oh, we don't go to busy places where we don't know everyone." I'm like, you gotta fucking meet someone somewhere. So, anyways, and yeah, so the effort is just not worth. But yeah, I hope that this has been fun for you. Oh yeah, one last thing. As I was and I was done with this girl, and I was taking her to her place. This is one of the other problems of Iran. Um, it had rained, and the fucking weather was so beautiful. The fresh air was going to my lungs, and I was breathing it. I was like, "Oh my god, this is so nice!" And imagine, I was such in such a good mood. I just had a party, and I had this beautiful skinny. Like this is her waist. Okay, this is her waist. That's how small and skinny she is. And imagine we're walking in this amazing weather, and I see this guy. He's sweeping the streets. They're called roftegars in Iran. They literally sweep the streets. We don't have the sweeping cars here. We do maybe, but yeah, we still have these guys, and they get paid. Literally, they get paid $120 a month. Not joking. So I see this guy, and I tell him good morning or good night, or don't be tired. That's what we say in Iran. Don't be tired, which means I hope I hope your body is healthy and happy. So yeah, I hope you're not. I hope you're not tired. That's the best translation. Um, and it's like a yeah. I don't know how to translate. Anyways, so I tell him that, and I'm walking with this girl. I kind of feel safe. There's not too many people in the streets. Um, and yeah, so on the way back home when I was alone, and I put her at the place, and I'm coming back, I see this guy again, and I'm like, yeah, dude, have a good night. And then he's like, by the way, he stops me, and then he's done this a lot probably. He stops me and he's like, by the way, if you have any like secondhand clothes or like shoes or stuff that you want to throw away, please give them to me. I'm always here at 1 a.m. And I'm like, at that moment, it fucking hit me. I'm like, holy shit, I'm having parties, but there's so many of these people in Iran that literally don't have food, clothes. And I'm like, I don't have any clothes. I don't fucking buy clothes, but I don't tell him that. After talking to him, I was like, dude, just give me your card number. And I wired him some money right there. And he knew his card number. Of course, he's done this before, but he told me about how he used to have 50 hectares of land, acres or something. I don't know, whatever it is. Um, like his family used to be in the in. He was a Turkic. He has that Turkic Persian language. When he talks Persian, it sounds Turkic. They say like j instead of j, so you can hear that. And he was super like nice. He was like, yeah, so if you have any clothes, and I was like, dude, I don't have any clothes, but give me your card number, and I'm gonna send you money. And so I did send him some money, and he saw the amount, and he was so happy. Um, and he took my hand and he wanted to kiss it. I was like, dude, don't, just chill. So yeah, I want to show you him. This is the guy. This is the guy. You see he has the highlight clothes and that's his stick he's holding right there. Yeah. So he's like this old guy, and one of his children was like sick, some sickness. So I felt so bad. So I was like, oh, dude, I've thrown a party and I've wasted like more than $30. Like 40, 50, no, $80 on the party. Why shouldn't I give him like $5? So I gave him $5. And he was gonna kiss my hands. He told me about his stories, how there's so many like thieves in Iran, like big thieves, like stealing millions of dollars and no one knowing about them. He was telling me all that stuff, like in a hushy way. Hush, hush, don't tell this to anyone, but everyone knows this stuff. The the place is not very organized. Let's say it's a third world country with a lot of corruption. So it was like, yeah, my family, we used to own a tractor like way back, and we sold it. And due to inflation, he's lost everything basically. They had um, like 50 acres of land, which they sold for like 150 toman, which right now is not even a cent. Okay, but they sold it back then, and then they lost the money. Of course, there's no financial education, and this is especially true for Iran. There's a lot of religious education. Anyways, I felt so good to give him that money, and I was telling him like, dude, I want to do something for so many more people, not just for you. Um, so yeah, I felt so sad, but I gave him the money, and then I went home. So yeah, so many ups and downs, so much stress, so much good things, and then so many bad things. And I see this type of stuff. I told him I want to build like fucking affordable homes or something for you guys and educate you. I know that amount doesn't help him, because even if I give him like $10,000, he was gonna waste it. He was gonna like buy super bullshit stuff, because they don't have the education to use the money in the right way, to invest in themselves. Anyways, and yeah, yeah, yeah. He lost everything. They sold their lands and they came to Tehran for better life. But even the tractor that he sold, that's worth at least $30,000 today. So yeah, and these are not the only people. Even my dad, he was earning like $10,000 5 years ago, but now it's barely 20. Gee, what, like $2,000. The inflation is crazy in Iran. I'm renting a place right now where the rent literally went up by 30% in 1 year. And imagine, how are people supposed to buy houses here? Like a house in Tehran, this house that I'm staying in, it costs around $100,000. And imagine the average wage in Iran is like, dude, I would say $200 a month or 300 if you're good. How are you ever supposed to buy a house? But those are problems for another time. These are some of the reasons why I want to go away right now, build myself up, come back here stronger, make some efforts or not. I don't know. But anyways, I wasn't gonna leave Iran because I was, or if I was gonna leave Iran without having this girl, I was gonna be so sad, like inside of me, the dilemma. But now I'm not. I got what I needed. I tested stuff, and even if I didn't get her, I still needed to come to Iran to realize these problems and this good stuff. This is a place which is gonna have a lot of potential, but right now I'm gonna relax on it. I'm gonna go somewhere else and follow the Nomad Capitalist advice, and let's see what happens. Thank you for being with me through this story, and yeah, more to come, more to come.